How do you go about establishing that work-life balance that everybody, talks about and thinks about? You live a big life.
I get this question about work-life balance all the time from both ends of the spectrum. My view is I don't even like the phrase work-life balance. I think it's misleading. I like the phrase work-life harmony because I know that if I am energized at work, happy at work, feeling like I'm adding value, part of a team, whatever energizes you, that makes me better at home. It makes me a better husband, better father, and likewise, if I'm happy at home, it makes me a better employee, a better boss, all the things. Usually it's about, do you have energy? Is your work depriving you of energy, or is your work generating energy for you? And there are people, everybody in this room knows people who fall into these two camps. You're in a meeting and the person comes in the room. Some people come into the meeting and they add energy to the meeting. Other people come into the meeting and the whole meeting just deflates. And those people they drain energy from the meeting. And you have to decide which of those kinds of people you're gonna be. Are you gonna add energy? And the same thing at home. And it's a wheel, it's a cycle, it's a flywheel, it's a circle, it's not a balance. Because a balance, that's why that metaphor is so dangerous, because it implies there's a strict trade-off. And you could be out of work, have all the time for your family in the world, but really depressed and demoralized about your work situation, and your family wouldn't want to be anywhere near you. They would wish you would take a vacation from them. And so it's not about the number of hours, not primarily. I suppose if you went crazy with 100 hours a week or something, maybe there are limits, and they probably. But I've never had a problem, and I think it's because both sides of my life give me energy, and that's what I would recommend. That's what I do recommend to interns and execs.
Work-life balance. Jeff Bezos doesn't even like this phrase. Instead, he likes the phrase work-life harmony. He believes this because he knows if he would be energized at work, happy at work, feels like a pending value, part of a team, or whatever energizes him, that makes him better at home. It makes him a better father, and vice versa. If he stays happy at home, it makes him better and happy at work. So it's all connected. It's all about being energized, and it arrives from your work, whether it is depriving your energy or generating more. It happens in real life as well. For example, sometimes when two people enter a room, one adds energy and the entire room enlightens, but the other person diminishes everything and drains energy. Hence, it's connected and a flywheel, and not about a particular place or balancing something. He believes that a person needs to be energized from both sides of life, work or home. So that's what he does and balances his work life with a home. What do you think about Jeff Bezos' work-life balance? Do you do the same? If not, then what's stopping you? Try it out and see the difference.
I work with these people who, they're missionaries for what they do. They are, if you're giving great customer experience, the only way to do that is with happy people. You can't do it with a set of miserable people, watching the clock all day. I teach 3 leadership classes a year at Amazon. I'm a part of it. They're bigger classes, but I come in and teach a session. And I always talk about work-life balance, except I like to use the phrase work-life harmony rather than balance, because to me, balance implies a strict trade, whereas I find that when I am happy at work, I come home more energized, I'm a better husband, a better dad, and when I'm happy at home, I come in and better boss and better colleague. And so you have to find that harmony. It's a much better word. And I think for most people, it's about meaning. People want to know that they're doing something interesting and useful. And for us, because of the challenges that we have chosen for ourselves, we get to work in the future. And it's super fun to work in the future for the right kind of person. If you're happy at work, if you're finding meaning in your work, if you are, it can be hard. They call it work for a reason. It's not going to be fun all the time. That's a pipe dream. None of us enjoys every minute of every day. And to have that kind of idea would just be naive. But there should be fun at work. You should be laughing. There should be moments of joy. And if you're getting energy from work, instead of your work draining your energy, then you're going to come home and you're going to be a better mother, a better father, a better wife, a better husband, all of those things. I think if you're starting to get to the point where you are worried about work-life balance, I would challenge you to think, is just something out of whack? It's probably not the hours. Look, if you're working 120 hours a week, you're also doing something wrong. That's too much. It's not sustainable. Maybe you can do that for a week or two, but that's it. But if you're working, 60 hours a week, that's completely sustainable for most people. And if you're burned out by it, it's not the number of hours. It's that you're doing something wrong. You need to figure out what it is, because you're going to take that home, and then your home life is going to be stressful, and then you're going to bring that back into the office. So it's going to be a negative spiral, and that spiral will also be a positive one as soon as you turn it around.